What's up, gang, and welcome back to another Wake Up Humans. And I got my man Drew Henderson. How you doing, Dr. Drew?
Man, I am near perfect. It's another Monday. It's Monday's favorite day of the week, man. It's a long day. I got up way early this morning. Got to the office early. Left the office at like 6 this morning because I got there way early. And then shoot, man, it's been a day, but it's a great
What
day.
time you start? What time you start seeing people in the morning?
9. So, but this morning I just need to get in and do some stuff. Have like a little men's meeting at 6:30 in the morning. So I got there around 6, left about 15 after 6, go to that meeting, come back at 9 and start cranking.
Is that the walking meeting where you guys just walk around Main Street?
No, no, no. That's those guys have got older now. This just at the church, just about 6 of us this morning.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good. We're about to finish book up about George Mueller, German guy that had a huge orphanage, and just about his prayer life, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know what we're gonna be done next week or so with this book, so I don't know where we're gonna go after that. But it's a good bunch of guys, you know, good bunch of guys.
Who was the country singer you sent me a video of? I think it was yesterday. Whiskey.
Whiskey Myers, yeah,
So
Whiskey Myers.
So I'm sitting there and on the couch and I started playing it and Kane started singing the song. He goes, "Dad, you like him?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't know." I said, "I know this song." He goes, "Yeah, I play it all the time." So Kane likes him a lot, man. And that dude's a spark plug, bro.
Yeah, and just like that video said in that interview, he doesn't sell out. He's not gonna
Doesn't
sell
sell
out.
out.
No, they could make more music to get a Grammy. He's like, man, that stuff don't even matter. We love making our music. We love making art for the sake of making art.
Why am I going to put on a suit to walk down a red carpet? I don't need that. That was classic.
Mm-mm.
That was
You know,
classic,
and
bro.
yeah, and it's the same thing that we're doing. You know, like we adjust people for the sake of adjusting people.
Right.
You know, yeah. No
30
matter
years for
what's
crying
going
out
on in
loud.
their life. Yep, no matter what's going on.
Same
Want them
thing
to have a
day in,
clear
day
life.
out. Yep. Because that's where the power is and the simplicity. And since then, I've listened to a couple of his songs, and I'm like, I know this guy. I've heard him. This dude's a powerhouse,
Mhm.
but
Yep,
he's on the
and
fringe, right?
yeah, and just doesn't care what anybody thinks of him. But then and he's been on tour forever. Like that's just what they
Right.
do. But every show's sold out. You know, he don't get much radio time. It's all a little grassroots effort, you know. And it reminds me so much of what chiropractic is. It's all grassroots, man.
Well, I've been thinking and talking lately with a couple people, and you know, I think the CEU push and the creation of CEU events has been part of the demise of the consciousness of the philosophy of chiropractic.
Yeah, it
People
is.
don't
And
jump on planes anymore to go to the pure principle. They just sit in their backyard and go to their annual conference to just get CEUs and just chill. And it's taken away some of that burning desire, bro.
yeah, yeah, I had somebody tell me the other day with GCC in Georgia, we need to petition the state to not have 20 hours every year to get. I'm like, 20 hours is great. We need to get together, hang out together, break bread together, talk, converse, and have that camaraderie with each other. We don't need to sit in our living room and stream it. Like we need to get out, and you know, and that's it. And you know, if people, we have a lot of non-chiropractors listening to this. CEUs are continuing education. In Georgia, we got to get 20 a year. So that's what those are. You know, but now FCS that you're a part of, GCC that I'm a part of, I think we put on the best programs in the country.
Right. Right.
You know,
Well, I think
thing,
I would challenge anyone. I think there's only one that exists now that puts on an event that has no CEUs and people show up for the pure purpose of it. And that's the
yeah, that's Dynamic Essentials, lifede.com.
yeah,
That's it. And people have been coming for what? This is 62 years that DE has been in existence. October of 1964. That's
yeah,
just wild, man. That is just
yeah.
wild. And we're partial to Dynamic Essentials. That's where we cut our teeth on chiropractic philosophy, serving people, lasting purpose. You know, that's where we grew up at, basically. We didn't grow up as children like a lot of children have, but we grew up professionally there.
That's right. No, you can't beat that fellowship and the rubbing the arms and getting close to people that are, 25 years ahead of you
Mhm.
that you can literally just have a conversation with and it'll change the entire course of your career in one
Cha
weekend.
yeah, changes everything if you let it.
Right.
You have to be teachable. Like, I think I do decently well with that. Like, I don't know what I need to do sometimes, but I know people that do know what I need to do, and I don't mind to ask them what I need to do,
That's right.
you know?
I
We
don't know.
none
It's just
none of
very,
us
it's a
have it
very
figured out.
simple, very
It is.
simple, man. I feel like things have just gotten complicated and analytical. And, someone was asking me, like, what are the key KPIs and what do you do for this? And I'm like, bro, you're a year and a half in practice. Just go start seeing a lot of people.
Mhm.
The
Yep.
KPIs will follow. Like, I mean, get in there, cut down the barriers, get them to say yes, start transforming their life, and all else follows. I mean, that's what I learned at DE.
Yeah, get it seared onto your heart. Like Dr. Sid always said, are you in chiropractic or is chiropractic in you? You know, you have to get it in you. And everywhere where we go at lunch, it's always chiropractic. Like, hey, how are you? How are you? Need to come in. And we're not telling them that as a business growth model. We're telling them that because they're subluxated and they need
That's right.
care. That's
That's
it.
right.
They're subluxated. We care about them. We love them. You know, it's
We connect them, man. When people can learn to live more innately
mhm.
and start listening to their quote unquote gut, which chiropractic defines as the innate intelligence, their life is going to get simpler and better.
Yeah, yeah,
Period.
it's, and that's just how simple it is, you know? That's how simple it is. We had a guy call the office today that, trying to sell a machine, I think it's a Shockwave or whatever, and he was just I mean, he just went into his spiel. I'm like, "Bro, listen, we're not gonna do that." He's like, "Yeah, but you can make this much more per month. You can do this, you can do that, you can help them." I'm like, "How am I gonna help them by lying to them? I can't help with that, you know? I'm not gonna sell out." He's like, "What do you mean sell out?" I'm like, "You know what chiropractic is?" And he tried to tell me. I'm like, "Listen, like, call somebody else with this stuff." He's like, "Okay, I'll take you off the list." I'm like, "Please do." I wasn't a jerk. Wasn't a jerk. I was respectful. But get tiring, man. It gets
Right.
tiring,
Right.
you know? We just want to serve
That's right.
people, want to love humanity.
Well, we just got to feed UI with the intelligence and the message, that universal intelligence. We got to get the message out there to people. And
Mhm.
it's great to see more principal chiropractors speaking up on social media, putting videos out. That's a blessing to see.
It is, and it's okay to be a little different, you
Right,
know? It's okay.
right,
It's okay.
right. Yeah, difference always better. There's a message out there. I believe it's called the purple cow. You ever drive in, especially around you drive along the farmlands. People that are living around there aren't stopping and going, "Wow, look at the cows." The city slickers are. They're pulling off on the side of the road and trying to feed them and look at the different cows. And but if you're used to seeing them every day, it just becomes part of your consciousness. Now, if you're driving and you see a purple cow, you're going to drive off the road and say, "Hold, did you see that purple cow?"
That's a
And that's
purple
how it's
cow.
becoming. Yeah, it's like in chiropractic. We started up a new family today, and they like we saw all your reviews, and we love
Hey,
the fact that you do
yeah,
only chiropractic. Oh, it's great. The purple cow hit a soft spot with Dr. Drew, the city slicker, going to Murrayville, Georgia. That was me. It's actually a funny story. I woke up at his house one morning, went out with a cup of coffee, and a damn cow walked up to the fence. You're good,
she
bro.
can
I just kept talking. I'm talking about the damn cow that I was standing in your driveway the morning I woke up there. I was in awe of that thing, and you went and grabbed a loaf of bread and started feeding the damn thing. The thing's head was the size of my car.
yeah, yeah, they're big, man. They're big. I love a cow, though.
But that
You know,
cow
I
is
like a
part of your
cow way better
reality.
than a horse. It
He's
is.
part of your reality. You used to him, man. That was new to me. That was news to me. That's like when people walk in and to the right chiropractic office, we take X-rays and say, "I found the cause of all your problems. It's here in your neck. It's called your atlas. We can fix it. Your whole world's going to change." People are like, "What?
What is that? Their
There's the
eyes
purple
get that
cow."
big. Yep,
I never heard that before. I'm like, "That's right. Welcome."
yep, yep, their eyes get so big. And we say that all the time. Is I have found what I do believe the major fundamental underlying cause of all or nearly all your health problems,
Yeah, I
and
had
it's in your
someone
spine.
comment. someone comment, I don't know if it was on one of our podcast reels or something that the girls they put out there was talking about how, this is like snake oil and there's no double blind study, whatever. And I said, I practice evidence-based chiropractic. I adjust the people, they get better. That's evidence. Carry on, son.
Yeah,
Carry on.
and really, I don't really do much marketing. You don't either. We're trying to do more of it just because we want to reach more people. But, we see anywhere from 130 to 160 people a day, and without even advertising, people driving from other states
Yep.
to get here. And it's
Yep.
not that we're that good. It's just that we're so sold on this principle and we're sure about what we're doing. There's no wishy-washiness. Like, we
Right.
know exactly what we're doing. We know what we're looking for. We know how to
Right.
correct it through an adjustment, and we exchange that for a fair fee. They don't care to drive 2.5, 3 hours then,
No.
And I even
They
try to find
realize.
them somebody. Yeah, I try to find them
But yeah.
somebody close, like, but I'm like, "We're here if you don't want to, but we would love for you to we just want you to get regular care that you need right now."
Well, that's why we're going to develop the Principal Chiropractic Directory, which, it's going to be vetted. We're going to put together a board of people that are going to make the very easy decision and say no to a lot of people that are looking to just jump on a bandwagon. And
Mhm.
it's going to be probably the only pure chiropractic directory out there, which means, we're going to have to keep an eye on stuff, but enough's enough, man. Enough's enough. Time to flip the tables.
Yep, I was telling the guy, I guess yesterday or this morning, sometime last day or so, that if everybody practiced for 131 years now, since 1895, if everyone practiced straight principled chiropractic and told everybody about straight principled chiropractic, think about where we would be as a profession.
Yeah. And then think
Think
about this,
about that.
bro. And think about this, because I had this discussion before leaving the office tonight. Think about a lot of the guys that came to DE humble, found their way, developed massive practices, left DE, started their own programs, killed it with their own programs, which then start to dwindle eventually, just history repeats. And now they're changing their tune. Now they're saying it's not about volume. The new practice is seeing less people, charging more money. They made their whole career, they made their whole identity, their life through love and service and serving the masses. And now they're just letting the profession suck them up into less is more. If this thing is so damn powerful, why aren't we like serving massively bigger?
Yeah, and what I said at the beginning, I'm just gonna wait for it to pan out. When this does not go over well and those numbers dwindle, they're gonna be right back at D.
Right,
They
right.
will, but now I hope I don't see them on stage,
Well, we have a
because
pretty solid,
you can't trust. Yeah, you can't
yeah,
trust it, man.
yeah.
You can't say
Well,
one thing and then go do another.
I think we got to learn. History repeats itself, right?
It does.
You know? You know who's an amazing judge at that is Lieberman. He's a
Gosh, he's so
great
good.
he's such a good person to tap into. And Brian, what do you think? He said it doesn't feel right. And he called it, man, with one guy that we let back in. And it was just a matter of time before he went off and tried starting his own bullshit again and milking people. And it's gone nowhere. But Lieberman called it from the get go and said it to his face like, hey, you did this once. What's going to stop you again?
Mhm,
And we're like, we're supposed to be loving. Let's try it. Well, Brian was right, you know. But it's the reason is, and I think the outcome, what we have to realize is, are we being judgmental or are we protecting the sacred trust?
mhm,
That's what it comes down to. Who are we, you, me, Brian, Eddie, TD, to have say in anything,
mhm.
right? It's
Yep.
because we are carrying the torch that Dr. Sid handed us, and we love this sacred trust. We love principal chiropractic. We love what we have the potential to do on this planet, which is why we're so protective of it.
Yeah, and like I told a guy a while back, he made a comment, and I just kinda messaged him and reached out to him, and we were talking. He was a little upset about maybe the pure message, and I'm like, "But tell me I'm wrong."
Yeah.
Like,
Good
I'm
point.
not wrong, though. Like, you can be upset,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I'm right.
Right.
That's the thing, and it's okay to not agree, and it's okay that he wants to be wrong. I'm not gonna try to make him be right, but right is right, wrong is wrong.
Like, I'm not
Chiro
gonna defend chiropractic, bro. I'm not gonna defend
Nope,
it.
nope,
I'm not gonna be, offended, right? I'm gonna guard it, and I'm gonna tell you in a very short sentence, "No, that's not chiropractic. I've done that thousands of times." But when people start getting defensive like that, it's because they're being challenged,
mhm,
because something's incongruent and they're being exposed.
yeah, and when you get exposed sometimes, you get a little defensive, the spines come up.
Right,
You
right,
like, "I'm a porcupine, stay away from me. I'm gonna puff up, and I may say bad words," and,
right,
but we know that's just a normal visceral reaction to being caught red-handed almost,
right. Well, at
you
the end of the
know?
day, as human beings, man, it's like you gotta live with yourself. And these guys put their head down at night. They know their truth.
Mhm.
And to me, that's all I care about is the integrity that I live with, because I gotta be right with myself, or to live incongruent, that'll burn your soul, man.
No, no, that's hard, man. That would be hard. I can go to sleep at night, and I know you can too, knowing that we have been true to this profession, true to this
Yeah,
principle, true to
yeah,
dynamic essentials, true to the people that we're standing on the shoulders of.
right. It's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's
And
and I sleep pretty good at night.
I got a buddy of mine who comes from a big family of chiropractors, and he's the only straight up chiropractor. And he'll tell me that when he goes to family functions, they're all just like telling him how proud they are of him, that he holds the line and he's able to do what he does. And he looks at them and says, "Why don't you do it?" But they keep saying, "Oh, we're not you. Like, we're really proud of you. That's awesome that you could do that." It's about throwing in the towel on your life. Talk about, picking to be average. That sucks, man. That sucks. I'd rather have my integrity and my soul and just lead with my spirit than be a freaking sap.
Yeah, and I mean, even when you say that, it's just like it would be like, "Steve, I'm so thankful that you don't beat your kids. I'm glad you don't do that. I'm beating every kid I come in contact with." Like, that's just ludicrous. Like, I could do
Right.
that if I wanted to be,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's just ludicrous,
No.
man.
Truth is truth, man. Truth is
It
truth.
is.
And I think when you get as a man, just wake up and say, "I'm gonna live by truth." I mean, and listen, we could challenge each other's truth, but at the end of the day, the when it starts feeling right, and you get around the right people, and I think that's one of the beautiful things about going to TE. 'Cause I don't know how many times I'll be standing in the back of the room, and next thing you'll see some guy wiping his eyes, and he's choked up, and he's crying, and you grab him later, and they said, "Man, this thing's just hitting me in my," they point to their sternum, and I said, "That's your spirit talking to you. Like, are you ready to get it right? Are you ready to get it right?" And the ones that are, man, we have thousands of doctors who their entire life, their family's life has been changed because they got it right.
Yeah, and not just their family, but then
Right.
countless other families that they're taking care of.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, and I'm one of those crying half the time at DE, and it can be for any kind of reason. It could be for the person that's on stage. I'm getting chills now. It could be the person on stage that I've known their struggles they've come through, and then hear them telling that story of that struggle and how they come out on the other side, or seeing somebody else in the room that was struggling 15 years ago and they're there, now they're flourishing, or even seeing somebody that grew up in the room, just like Sierra, that's up at Parade of Stars talking for 2 minutes. But it's just like, look at that little girl that is a grown woman now up there.
And
It's
that room played a massive part in molding that life.
yep,
I mean, when
yeah,
you're open to just letting your life be molded and grow and be challenged and have tough conversations. I mean, I've seen people go toe to toe with people angry. We're up at midnight in the hallway and they're angry is they were offended by something, but then you see them, 6 months later at DE, they're hanging out, breaking bread, laughing together because that cracked the chest open. And I just tell them, it's okay. Let yourself get this shit out, but understand where is it coming from and how can you heal? And when you're able to do that with yourself, the rest of the planet around us is going through that same emotional overhaul. And God's gonna send you these sick and suffering people that you start taking care of them, adjusting them, they're gonna heal in your office.
yeah, yeah, and some of that tension is just from a couple of people who are so passionate about this, and it just changes, and we're so passionate, and we love this principle, we love this profession, but then we'll fight for it too. And we'll both come to terms with something, be like, huh, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. You see where I'm coming from. Yeah.
Right.
And we work together, and we all grow together.
That's right.
That's the
That's
thing.
right.
That's the thing. And not compromise the principle. We'd never do that. But compromise on working with people. Like,
That's right.
like back when I was in school, I'd be like, shoot, heck with that person. I'm not gonna deal with them. I'm not gonna talk to them because of XYZ. But now I'm like, we need to reach out to them. I think we can help them.
That's your
You know.
gift. That's your gift, is reaching out to people. You're great at that, saying, "Hey, we haven't seen so and so in a while." And you give them a call, and then the next thing you know, they're at DE that following month.
Yeah, it's people just need to be there. I just want people's life to get right, and you do too. I know that.
Right. All right. Well,
You know,
I think we're like a month away now. What's today's date?
dude. No, we're like, listen, 10 freaking days, dude. July
Holy sugar.
16th. Yeah, July 16th through the 19th, Atlanta, Georgia.
My Lord. I can't
I know.
wait.
And listen, people, like Atlanta is a hub. It's the world's busiest airport. You can get to Atlanta from anywhere for cheap.
So easy, man.
Just
Jump in
come.
an Uber. You got MARTA. You got easy ways to get there. You'll see the messages. Who's flying in at this time? Can I jump on a ride with you? It's always, you got a team of people who you don't even know yet just waiting for you.
They're waiting on you to come. And people, if you need a room, put it up on the Facebook page now. You can find a room. And all those little things, just connecting with people, all of that stuff counts. It all
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah.
You know, just that
Well,
handshake in the hall while you're passing. A year later, you'll see them be like, "Oh man, I met you." Yeah,
yeah. Especially with social media now. I love it because it's like they'll have people comment and say stuff, and you'll see their little picture. And then you walk in there, you're like, that person looks familiar. And they're like, I listened to the podcast. And it's like you've known them. And it's my first time meeting them face to face. And they're like, I listen to you and Drew all the time going to the office. It's part of my ritual. We're driving the kids to school and they're listening to you guys. I'm like, all right, well, I'm sorry if I curse sometimes. They said, no, 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 we're good with it. It's okay. So I'm like, I'll try to keep it clean. Sometimes I just get stupid and fired up, and you can always count on Drew to pull it back together.
but that's part of that passion. We just care.
Yeah,
We get
right.
fired up, man, because
Yeah,
it's something worth getting fired up over.
yeah. All right, brother. So we're 10 days out.
Yep, yep.
I,
LifeDE.com, July 16th through the 19th.
I'm looking forward to it, brother. And I'm looking forward to, I'll be talking to you obviously way before then. We got to get Lieberman and Eddie back on here.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
got to
We've
do
we've
another,
got to do a post DE follow up.
think we got to text them after this to try to set something up. Everyone gets in this summer mode. We're so darn busy. My whole family's away traveling the world right now. They're having a blast. I think Sierra and Brooke are in Hungary today, and Tammy's in, her mom are in Greece, and I think they're meeting up. I don't know, dude. They're all over the place. I'm like, I'm gonna stay
They're
home and
over
work.
there by themselves. They split up. They're in Greece, and then kids are. Dude, that's
I
awesome.
mean, dude, when you wake up and your daughters are like traveling, they went from where the heck did they go? Shit, begins with a B, not Bangladesh. What the flip? They were in England, Hungary, ending up in
Belgium? Didn't they go to
Switzerland.
Belgium?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
I've been seeing them on IG. I'm like, man, these girls are everywhere.
it's like when your baby who was in diapers. But me and Kane have been having a good old chill time, bro. It's been like we've had some good quality time together, so I've enjoyed it. But that's what life's all about, man. And that's what the DE way has produced for us, is the
It is.
greatest blessings in the world, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there in the next coming week and a half.
Yeah, and if y'all need anything, y'all know, reach out to any of us.
That's
We
right.
can help you however we can. We'll do it.
Amen, my man. Go to lifede.com, get registered, and remember, tap that Atlas, baby. All else follows. God bless you.
Yep. Love y'all.